Yeah, if you eat the Slurpee like this, it gives you special hockey powers.
Welcome to episode 7 of Odd Man Rush. Far left, Brian Rokos. Middle, Eric Vaca. And I'm Nolan Murawski, your host. Today we recap week 1 of the NHL season.
Really, it's a smooth draw. It's just like nice oaky finish.
What kind of Slurpee are you drinking?
I don't know. It's oak.
Sorry, folks.
It's like a commercial for a cologne.
We're trying to get our first sponsorship.
Speaking of cologne, what is that?
I don't know, something from Bath and Body Works.
Eau de fart.
They had like a 2-for-1.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to sit here
Cat shampoo.
in a nice
Shampoo, yeah.
Cat shampoo.
Alright. Let's start with the high scoring games.
good first week, eh?
Yeah.
It's
Exciting.
entertaining
Entertaining.
It was high
Yeah.
scoring.
if you like 80s hockey.
Yeah, it did have kind of an
Oh,
80s feel.
man.
Except for the clutch and grab. It had a really good 80s feel to it.
Mhm.
No fighting. No.
No, but I think you're right. A lot of the games have been high scoring. So are they finally, without increasing the size of the nets, and without
Don't even say that.
making 100 more penalties
The
than
goalie's smaller.
need be, and the goalie's that much smaller, they did reduce equipment somewhat.
Chest
the
protectors
the
next
pants and
year.
the chest. Yeah, the
Chest protector hasn't happened yet.
Oh no, just the pants, right? Pants were streamlined.
Pants.
So the question is this it? Did the league finally get what they wanted when it comes to scoring?
No.
No.
Or, like, should they shut up and go home?
They
Or
were-
are we going to lull back into 2-1 and 1-1 games once the players figure it out more?
Yes and no. I think every year, at the beginning of the year, it always starts like that. Every games are a lot more high scoring, and then they kind of start settling down. This year has been a little bit more, but it'll settle down a bit.
The league won't stop until it's lacrosse, where games are like 15 to 12 or.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I would stop watching hockey.
Yeah.
I would
At that
too.
point,
I wouldn't watch
yeah,
it anymore
I-
because
I
it's not
think it-
entertaining. It's like basketball now.
Yeah, there's just less
Yeah.
drama. Like, if it...
If it's that easy to score, then
Yeah. Games should be like the Leaf game the other day, where they were down and they come back and win by 1 goal in overtime. You know what I mean? 4-3, 3-2, those kind of things. That's the way hockey should be, in my eyes. That's the way it's most exciting.
between 5 to 7 goals a game.
It's nice once in a while
No, it's
to see, like if you're a Chicago fan, you loved watching that 10-1 or
Over the
rout.
Cup champs.
Yeah, the Cup champs, their first game back after all that nonsense, and then you come into that. It's just a team that's not prepared in my books.
It's because Kessel had 3 hot dogs before that game instead of 2. Threw him off.
Who was the only goal scorer?
I don't know.
I think it was Kessel.
No, I don't think so.
It didn't look like
It really doesn't matter.
It looked like Crosby was going to struggle to start the season, but then he
No, he's off to a good
picked it
start.
up right now.
Yeah,
Solid start.
he's starting to get it going.
But yeah, once in a while having a blowout game, I'm okay with that, even if it's a team you're rooting for getting blown out.
Anytime
But
it's a
for the
double
most
digit,
part, it
it's
should
hilarious.
be. For the most part, it should be low scoring.
Mhm.
Keep it low scoring.
Speaking of scoring,
I know Bettman watches
tie
the
games. Bettman doesn't watch our show.
He will.
Tie games. What are you guys' thoughts on the 3-on-3 versus a shootout?
show. Well, it's clear the 3-on-3 is better.
Yeah, that's way better. I don't.
I
Come
think-
on, everyone loves a shootout.
No.
It's so incredibly exciting.
When they first brought in the league, it was okay.
Did you like the shootout when they first brought it up?
No, I didn't like it from the beginning.
I thought it was a cool
Really?
idea.
Yeah.
I liked it from the
I-
beginning.
yeah.
No,
But now all the moves they're
Mhm.
obvious now.
Yeah.
it's predictable. It's boring. It's slow. It's just dry.
What I don't
Especially
get.
after 5 minutes of the most exciting hockey you've seen. It's just end to end, non-stop, usually whistle free, and then you just stop and end it with a shootout. It's just crap.
I don't get why the players make it so fancy.
What in
Just
shootouts?
skate in and let a clapper
Shoot.
go from the hash marks.
Clapper.
Mm,
No clappers.
that's usually not going to work. You can't really.
Goalie's gonna stop that.
You can't phase
99%.
goalies nowadays. And if you take a slap shot
If
from
you're
the
Shea
hash
Weber,
mark, if you
No.
take a slap shot from the hash mark and you miss the net, you are the laughing stock of the universe. One might remember a certain Robert Reichel with a penalty shot.
Even if you don't miss the net, if you take a clapper, you
It
don't
goes
score.
right off the chest,
You look like an idiot.
and the goalie doesn't even move. He's just,
Yeah. That's it. The goalie just has to stand there.
Like Happy Gilmore when he's in front of the he's in front of the baseballs. Oh yeah.
And then the kid tries it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Great hockey movie.
It's a good off-season movie.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I think that 3-on-3. It was funny because when they brought in 4-on-4 for overtime,
Mm-hmm.
everybody thought, "Wow, this is wildly more exciting." And then they went to
Slow down.
3-on-3, and it was even more exciting than that.
I don't think because they found a way to make 4-on-4 kind of boring. They played a lot of defense. I
Yeah.
don't think they can slow down 3-on-3. I think in a couple years it's still going to be just as exciting as it is now.
Well, because the goal scorers, they see all that open ice, they're gonna go for it.
It's
They just-
insane
they're just
to
gonna
see.
skate.
You know what would be an interesting 3-on-3 rule to bring in? An over and back rule on the blue line.
Mm.
Because you ever notice how like they'll get in there and they'll
Just to
start
change.
moving, but if there's too much pressure,
Yeah.
they'll just skate back in their own
Do a
end.
line change.
Yeah,
It's all about possession.
yeah. If you get possession, you have a way higher
Right.
chance of winning.
Face-off percentages are the most important thing in overtime now.
Oh, big
you win
time.
a face-off, you have the puck for till the next face-off. It's crazy.
I think if they brought in over back rule, that would be amazing. Because then once you're in the zone, you have to keep it in the zone. And if you've got a D out there
Then
and
you're
you've got a
turning it into
power
basketball.
forward that pressures that D,
I don't want any basketball
That's a
rules
basketball
in hockey.
rule.
I
Especially
get
with
it.
Bettman.
I get it, but I'm just saying it would.
He was a basketball guy.
You only got 5 minutes in overtime.
Batman, if you're watching, don't listen to him.
Yeah.
No basketball rules. Please.
No double dribble.
Oops.
Oh, foul, goaltending.
I think
are goaltenders.
Matthews could have been called for a double dribble like twice last night.
Yeah.
What, he pick it out of the air 3 times?
Unreal hand-eye.
Traveling.
No.
Speaking of penalties, like that segue.
No.
Let's talk about
Beauty.
all the penalties.
Clever.
I know, right?
Well,
Congratulations.
I don't think the face-off thing was as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I haven't seen one called.
A lot of people are getting kicked out though.
Getting kicked out, but I haven't seen
And
that
then they
face
don't
off.
get the second
No.
offense. I think they said they had like 7 so far this year.
Instead of basketball
nothing.
rules, it's kind of like it's almost like a tennis rule, where they're using up their first attempt
First serve.
to try to
Yeah.
cheat. You know, you
Yeah.
try to go for the
Put
huge
everything
smash,
into it.
and then the second one is just you're just swiping. But I think that when the center is getting tossed, 90% of the time after that they're losing the draw. So you might not want to go with that strategy so much.
Yeah.
Unless you got 2 centers out there and just you're swapping.
I think a lot of
centers,
teams are
Power
doing
plays,
that.
yeah, 2
Yeah.
centers.
I think so many more players now grew up. They all played junior as centers, so
but- Yeah. And
so
then
they come to the NHL. They go to the wing, and
You were either a goalie or a defenseman or a center when you got
That's-
drafted.
so they all know how to do face. Like, they all know how to take a face off. It's a
Yeah.
lot different than it used to be.
Why is that? I'm just curious about something. Why? And this is the same way it's been on every team I've ever played on. The best player always thinks they need to play center, like the best goal scorer. Even if you're not responsible at all defensively, they just think that all of a sudden, oh, because you're the center, you're the best guy.
It's because centers have
What does that
always
even-
been
What does that even mean?
the best players in the world. Always have been.
But
Best
why?
paid, because they're the most responsible. They're supposed to be.
I like. I play center, but the reason why I play is because I like taking face-offs. And I like being that third guy back.
You can't win any face-offs.
I win face-offs, buddy.
When have you ever even seen him take a face off?
Yeah.
We play pickup.
Tournament.
Oh, the tournament.
I mean, did you see the
don't talk about
caliber
the
of players we were up against in that tournament?
That tournament never happened.
We don't talk about that. No, but obviously the face-off penalties haven't been huge, but the slashing penalties have been big, and they seem to be inconsistent with that. And how are you going to call all of those slashes? I see probably 10 a game when I watch games.
The players,
That aren't
they're
calls.
gonna stick with it, I think, because there was so much outrage last year with all the slashes. Crosby, Goudreau both got hurt, or not Crosby. Crosby hurt.
I don't
And-
like that, though. They've never called that little tap.
Yeah.
And with the minimal hockey training I've had, I've been taught that little tap impedes their stick a ton.
That's the way
And
they
when you
all
don't-
were.
Tap on the stick or tap on the hands,
Yeah.
though. That's what they're trying to get away from. Is
It
the
doesn't
all the
tap on the
matter.
hands.
hands.
If it's below the hands, it's fine.
No, I've
That
seen them
little tap.
call it on the stick.
Well, the refs haven't been 100% consistent yet, but
Well, I
players
saw-
have to learn, and they haven't yet.
I watched
They will.
I watched 2 games yesterday, and both games I saw at least 5 to 6 slashes a game that weren't
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a really tough tough time for the refs to be calling those penalties.
And obviously the refs aren't going to get every single one, but the players aren't going to think, oh, I did it, I'm going to get away with it, I'm going to keep doing it. They're going to, because they're going to get busted eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I think the players are going to learn that.
Can I make a point about them calling the offsides too? Like
No.
it's getting way out of hand.
The offsides?
They're calling every borderline offside
Because they don't want to go to,
because they know about the new rule,
yeah.
right? I hate it.
New
I
rule
hate
regarding offsides.
The challenge.
If you challenge
Oh.
an
You get a
offside, you
penalty.
get it wrong, you get a penalty.
Right. So
What
they don't,
game was that where they challenged it, and then they got the challenge wrong, and then the other team scored in the power play? Was that the Toronto Rangers game? I
No,
think it was in the third period.
I don't know.
But yeah, they were down by a goal. It was a tie game. I think Toronto scored, go 1 goal up. They challenged the offside, get it wrong, and then Toronto comes back and scores on that power play. Then you 2 goal. Like, it's crazy. I kind of like it though. I like that.
you think it'd be better if they had a worse penalty for throwing challenge? The challenges were out of hand last year, so I can see
The offside challenge was out of hand, and that's why I think they included that. That was the worst challenge, and it slowed the game down so much.
And then all the stupid
That's why I like
offsides
this.
rules they have. Oh, his foot was in the air. It wasn't even on the ground.
They need to
Who
get rid of
cares?
that.
Oh yeah.
That's a stupid rule.
So what do you think it should be? Where the line is, or
You can clearly see where their foot is, whether it's on the ice or not.
Yeah.
Who cares?
If their foot is on the other side of the line, he's
I don't like
onside.
that because a lot of the angles you can't even tell if the
Yeah.
skate is touching the ice or not.
So how can you make a
You're right, that's a tough
conclusive?
one.
I don't like that one more rule.
that is a tough one to call. I guess yeah, you would have to call it on a line like you would like on a horse race, because you draw the lines up the board anyway.
Don't they all have little cameras in the actual boards right at
They,
the lines
they
now?
do now, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have the technology. There's no excuse. I don't know. That's what I think.
That'd be weird. It'd be harder to get your calls right if that person's allowed to have that skate off of the ice, because then you can hit that thing at almost full stride and be yeah, it'll be a different game.
Leg
for
way
sure
up in the air.
if you got rid of that rule.
I don't know.
I don't think.
I think it should just be a stricter penalty for
Challenging.
challenging than just you lose your timeout.
I think the only bad challenge last year that slowed the game down was the offside, and that's why they brought in the.
Well, they don't lose
you
a
get
timeout
penalty.
anymore. They get a penalty.
They get a penalty.
They
Which
already
I
get
like.
a penalty.
What I'm most worried about is that you're in overtime, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and then the goal is scored and the bench is clear, and it's like, oh, sorry, it was offside. Challenge.
Let's hope we never have a.
As a
Brett-
coach,
Never have a Brett Hall incident again.
Everybody, pick up your gloves and your sticks and your helmets. We're still playing.
Oh,
put the confetti back in the tube.
shit! Get rid of that cup.
All right. You guys want to talk about surprises?
There has been some.
I've been surprised at my birthday once or twice before.
So have I.
Yeah.
That you
But
lasted that long?
about that.
Man, I made it to 30. Yes. Wow. I'm so surprised.
Let's start with Vegas.
Wow.
Did not think they were gonna
Wow.
come out of the gate like
3-0.
this.
Only expansion team to start 3-0.
Yeah.
Vegas's slogan should be, wow.
Wow.
Vegas, the 3-0 start is completely, I don't know.
You
They
think
played
it's a fluke?
Arizona twice. So,
You know what would be nice to
Come
know?
on.
Look up, what was the last expansion team? Minnesota?
Minnesota,
Wild?
Columbus.
Columbus? See how they did on their first seasons. I guess you would be able to tell for the first 3 games.
no.
Yeah. But,
None of them went 3-0.
no?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Vegas was the only one to ever do it.
Oh. Well, you seem to have better stats.
They said it when I was watching the game.
Oh, okay. So do
And
they
he Googles
fall
it to
off hard
confirm.
now because Fleury's done?
Well, that's a big question. They lost their starting goalie. They just traded away their backup goalie, and now they're left with Malcolm Subban
Malcolm Subban.
and his Maxime Legacy, who hasn't played 1 NHL game. Subban's played 2, and they were both disastrous
Yeah.
in Boston.
6 goals
He's
each game.
played pretty good in the AHL, but they're in
It's
trouble.
2 different animals, though.
That's especially with Vegas's team in front of them.
So what do they do to stop the bleeding?
Do you think Vegas makes a trade? They got a lot of defensemen
They
to trade.
have to. Is there any goalies available?
Well, the Leafs
They
just
do.
got Pickard. Maybe they could trade him Sparks.
Sparks has got what, 1 game?
Ah, he played quite a bit a couple years ago.
Yeah.
7 games?
Remember his debut?
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
shutout debut.
Maybe they trade him
Remember
with
that.
McElhaney and just do a
No, we don't. We want McElhaney.
like McElhaney.
McElhaney.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna.
McElhaney's better than Pickard.
I
He's
don't
gonna
know.
go before Christmas, I think.
I don't know
Because they
what.
want. I think they want Pickard up there.
I don't know what Vegas is gonna do.
I don't know.
Well, time will tell, I guess. They're in trouble. Let's leave it at that.
Fleury's played really well, so that's a big blow. As long as they don't lose Neil. If they lose the real deal, then they're really in trouble.
The real deal.
The real deal, James Neal.
Where did that come from?
Isn't that his nickname?
That's his nickname, the real deal.
I never heard that.
What?
They started it last year in the playoffs. with
Oh,
Nashville.
probably because everybody thought, oh, he's just a
Yeah,
Crosby-
he's just the Crosby's
Crosby
winger.
effect guy.
But no, he's the real deal.
He's the real deal.
James
Okay,
Neal.
I'll jump on that.
Mhm.
All right, let's talk about New Jersey, Colorado, Detroit, teams that we all thought were going to start out horribly, but have started
Oh.
out really, really well.
Colorado and Detroit, I think we expected them to be terrible. New Jersey, I thought would be a lot better. I didn't think they'd be this good to start
No.
with.
I didn't
But
think they
they've
were going to be
looked
very good.
They've looked really good. No, I like the moves they made.
New Jersey's like Toronto last year with all their young guys
There's a lot
playing
of
really,
similarities.
really, really well.
First overall pick, and they go from one of the worst teams to
Yeah.
making the playoffs.
Well, you can't say that yet.
Yeah.
It's 4
I
games
said,
into the
can
season.
they?
Yeah.
I said, they haven't yet.
What about Duchesne out there, Colorado? Man, that
Duchesne's
guy
looked
looks
all right.
good.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good.
Amidst all the
McKinnon.
trade rumors.
McKinnon went down the other night,
He's
stick in the eye.
Ooh. Fine.
So
Is that right?
he's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, he's good. Okay, I was gonna say because now that McKinnon's out for long term, you can't get rid of
No.
Duchesne.
Speaking
No.
of going down, did you guys watch the highlight that they were showing repeatedly on the television of McDavid falling down in practice
No.
into the net? It was like
Oh, I know.
world news.
Who
He
cares?
fell down.
He ran into the defenseman
Yeah.
and just fell.
This is a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Keeps his body in pristine condition. He falls down into the net. Oh,
What-
scary moment.
Yeah.
I think everything hinges on him so hard in Edmonton
Oh,
that
it
it's
does.
just
Yeah, it's bad.
It really
anytime
does.
he slips on a banana peel, it's going to be news.
If he sneezes,
Oh, oh no,
he's got a cold.
day to day with a virus.
Also in Edmonton, Cam Talbot, they pulled twice last 2 games.
Edmonton will bounce. They'll figure it
I
out.
don't think they will.
They will.
I'm worried.
I'm worried.
I'm
I'm really
not
worried
worried
about
yet.
them.
I really feel like last year.
They don't have a solid backup. Like they put in what's his name?
Brossois.
Brossois.
Here's a team that for years had great players, but the organization is what was killing them. It was just a toxic organization to be in.
Yeah.
Last year, they finally get some of that dead wood out of there.
Well, they got Chiarelli.
You know, they changed
Got
some.
McLennan.
Yeah, they changed those things, and there's no pressure on them. They make the playoffs, get to the second round. Now, any time that there's any situation like this where they've lost a few games and the pressure gets back on, does the organizational crap come back in and affect that? Could we see Edmonton at the bottom of the division again this year?
No.
I don't think they'll be at the bottom.
No.
I think they'll be outside of a playoff spot.
No.
Really?
You guys are nuts. So
Unless Talbot can figure out his
they're 1-3.
unless Talbot can figure out his
What did
his
they
game and not let 6 goals in a game.
They only snuck in last year, or were they third?
No, they were third. They got third.
Third. Okay, so third in division last year. And what major personnel changes do they make?
Eberle.
Chris Russell, Eberle.
I think the Eberle trade's gonna hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking that way.
Yeah.
It is looking that way. And
Strome isn't Eberle.
Dreisaitl's out.
What has
Day to day.
Strome done? I don't.
As much as I'd like to trade player-wise
Draisaitl
for
has a
those 2
concussion.
guys,
Another
yeah,
concussion.
concussion.
He's still listed day to day though. He's not out.
Well, it's his first
he's not
concussion,
on-
so
Yeah, he's not on
they
IR.
generally aren't that bad.
Hopefully he's back in a couple weeks. But I mean, like,
He'll probably be back before then, I'd say.
and then they had the whole situation with the coach calling them out.
Yeah. Well, he called out McDavid
Yeah, straight
without
up.
saying his name.
You say superstar.
Yeah.
we know what
our
you're talking about.
superstar.
Mm.
Our superstars. You only have one superstar. Come on. Let's be realistic.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, let's talk about the teams that were powerhouses last year that aren't doing so well at the beginning
That
of the season
stank.
this year.
Edmonton's
We've
in
talked
it.
about
So,
Edmonton already. We got Montreal Rangers and San Jose.
Well, San Jose doesn't have Marlowe now, so that team's.
They're just a year older.
Thomas Hurdle will step it up. He's gonna.
I did
Amish.
predict San Jose will take a
Amish.
step back, but they'll start playing better. They're an old team.
Yeah,
Their core is aging.
ready to fall.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely aging.
Montreal, obviously, they couldn't score the
Can't-
entire end of the last year.
Score.
I'm gonna defend Montreal a little bit.
Drouin.
Montreal, I don't think they've really played that bad. A couple bounces away from being 3-1.
The Toronto game, they seemed like they figured something out,
They outplayed Toronto. I'd
but
say for majority of that game.
they also put 40 plus shots on net and only got 3 goals out of it. So
Yeah.
You know the bounces are going to start going their way. Carey Price is going to start being Carey Price again.
he
He
looked-
didn't forget how to play hockey.
He looked drunk in the Toronto game.
Where he stumbled on the Matthews shot.
Yeah, he looked
did
drunk.
he looked a little intoxicated there.
And he was in the overtime goal playing deep in his net in the butterfly. Matthews
he-
is all over that.
He's beaten Toronto 14 times in a row. It's not outside the realm of possibility that he could go, this is probably going to be pretty easy.
I think they're going to be all right.
Carey who?
They're still not going to be. They're never going to be a high scoring team. They're going to be one of the lower scoring teams. But
Yeah, they have to play defense.
once the defense starts figuring it out, once Carey Price starts stopping the puck,
They're going to
like he
rely
can.
on Carey again, is what you're saying.
Mete, though.
Yeah, Mete looks
Man,
amazing.
did he
Mete's a
look good,
great
eh?
player.
Wow.
What a steal!
Oh, yeah.
That
Great.
was really nice. I feel bad, Mete, if you're watching. I'm sorry I called you meat. when you were doing our team previews. So
He impressed me so much when I saw him play in London, though.
You know what's funny, though?
That's a good
The
point.
London Knights are suffering because they don't have him, and they got a couple other guys still up in the NHL. London Knights have won 1 game.
It's about time they suck.
yeah,
They've been just dominant for 20 years or whatever it's been.
that organization is an NHL star
Oh, yeah.
factory.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're
Like
just
they just pump them out one after another.
unreal. It's the
They're no Peterborough
Hunters.
Pete's, though, representing
The
Peterborough.
Hunters just, when they see talent, they know talent.
Yeah.
Eh,
I think Rangers, I just want to touch on the Rangers a little bit. They have looked awful.
they're
Lundqvist
together.
is done. he is so
Didn't I take
bad.
him in the
Did you
pool?
see that Panarin? Did you? No. I
Oh,
hope you
he's
did.
my other pool, I think.
Did you see that Panarin's first goal? It was. They showed the highlight like a million
Yeah.
times. It was a nice goal, but did you see Lundqvist? How terrible he looked. That weird butterfly stance he had. He was like twisted sideways. I don't know how it went in.
Did you see Reimer's save the other night?
Yes.
Diving
Yes.
across. That was beauty.
What
Optimus
about
Ryan.
what about the Pittsburgh Florida game? Crosby, fucking
Oh,
bats
both
with
goals.
his heel.
Both goals were unreal.
Yeah.
Speaking of like
But
hand-eye
to be in-
coordination,
to be in that tight and bat it out of the air.
Yeah, that's
someone
hardcore.
didn't silence their phone,
Way to go.
even though we were warned.
It is silence. I don't know why it went off. Anyways,
Anyways.
Clearly. But yeah, I think the real superstars in the league, one thing that sets them apart is just their hand-eye coordination. It's
Yeah.
just insane how they can do things like that. Batting pucks out of air, tips, like it amazes me.
I was trying to teach my sister doing that, playing street hockey today. I'd pop it up and she wasn't getting it. But
She's no Sidney Crosby.
should we
she will be one day.
should we do a should we do a fantasy league update?
Yeah, why not?
Just quickly.
Nolan and I are tied for last.
All right, update in our
Update.
fantasy league. Oh, what is that?
There is a surprise in here.
I don't know. what
Don't know
to
how
Yeah.
he did it.
The team that we've been ripping on.
We did rip on him quite a bit, but the guy well in first is Tech Sergeant Kennedy.
What am I, 30
Total,
points back?
he has 148 total points.
Holy, I'm more than that.
Oh, you're way more than that.
49 points back.
My team, the Schmelts. Tech Sergeant Kennedy's name. They're the Bardowskis. Should go over our names.
Yeah.
My team is the Schmelts, because letter Kenny, obviously. My team has 119 points. I'm 29 points back. And then the Kessel Run. I don't get that. That's a nerd reference.
Star Wars.
Nerd. 99 points. You're 49 points back. And Camel Taves. That's
Doesn't make any sense.
It
I
does.
think it's because it's spelled like toes.
Toes. When you read it, it makes sense, but when you say it out loud, it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
You also have 99 points,
yeah,
tied for last.
that's okay. I'm coming back.
It's early.
It's early. It's only a
We're
weekend
gonna
of the
catch
season.
them.
Yeah.
I'm in a good spot. I'm happy with where I am.
Simmons can't play.
Wayne Simmons gonna come down
amazing
there
forever.
Backstrom has just carried him.
Yeah. You got 5 points.
That's all right. He also has. You have Matthews too.
Yes, he's got Matthews.
Matthews, Backstrom.
My Kane
Simmons.
pick was looking good at the beginning of the season.
It's early. We got lots of time, boys.
I got McDavid.
lots of time.
Right?
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you.
Is that it?
I think so. I think that was a.
It's been a
I think
good
we-
first week and a half of the year.
I think we recapped.
It's gonna be a fun year.
I've enjoyed it.
Very excited.
Can't wait to talk about more stuff next week.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Thank you for watching. As always, if you want, leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe and share it if you can. And we'll see you next week.